Thought the Q and the Q1. Wildgate. Sorry, Wildgate. It's one word. Wildgate. No Man's Sky? No, it's co-op slop. It's gotta be. You control a ship? Okay, it's FTL, first person co-op. Wildgate is a PvP, that's player versus player, multiplayer shooter that blends tactical ship-to-ship combat with fast-paced first-person action. Evade deadly environmental hazards, search for powerful weapons and ship upgrades, and be the first crew to escape with the artifact. Or the last crew left flying. Oh, it's an extraction shooter? Ew. Came out on the 22nd of July from Moonshot Games and Dreamhaven. They want $38.99 for it. And there's a Renegade edition with a bunch of extra crap. Yeah, I get it. The mysterious and priceless artifact that you're looking for, that you will continue to look for forever, round after round after round after round. I'll say this, it's very purple. Well, it's a very purple game. Your ship is your home and lifeline for you and your prospector crew. Keep it topped up with ice fuel and ammo so you're ready for anyone or anything the Reach, capital R, throws at you. Epic spaceship battles, new adventures every match, unique prospectors. Explore the Reach. Just make sure you beat the other prospectors to the punch or you'll fly away empty-handed. Outrun or outgun. The artifact is the most valuable object in the known universe. Yeah, it's streamer slop, co-op slop, extraction slop. I mean, okay, why is it $40? This game is going to die on the table. They needed to monetize it with cosmetics. Best of luck, Wildgate. Hell Clock. Okay. Oh, is this another Vampire Survivors like? Oh, it looks halfway decent. It's got that, okay, it's a roguelite. Yeah, choose one of three things. Make the ultimate build. There's a giant, it was this the skill tree or the map? It's hard to tell these days with roguelites. I think this is the skill tree. Alright, so you're a dude in a bowler, and it's got, what would you call this aesthetic? Who is that guy? The guy who did Hellboy, and Mike Mignola, right? That art style. Was it Mignola? It was Mignola. Forge powerful builds with endless loot in the relentless combination of roguelike and action role-playing game. Blast through, because again, every game's got to be roguelike. It's 2025. Get with the times, you idiot developers. Blast through dungeons and unleash inhuman powers in a dark fantasy twist on Brazil's War of Canudos. What? I'm not familiar with this reference at all. I'm going to do some research. Came out on the 22nd of July from Rogue Snail and Mad Mushroom. They want $26 for this. That's not bad. The Hell Clock is ticking. Yeah, the artwork's decent. In the 19th century, Canudos became a refuge for thousands. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Canudos? Canudos? When its people defied the new republic, they faced brutal retaliation, leaving 25,000 dead. Wow. Play as Paju. How do you pronounce this particular accented U? Paju? Paju. That sounds too French. A warrior fighting to rescue the soul of the counselor, his fallen mentor. With each descent, time warps and your power grows as you confront the dark forces that claimed his head and trapped his soul. Race through hell. Every second counts as you battle the undead forces, forge unstoppable builds, unleash hellish power, rewrite history, fight at your own pace, rise and resist. Experience a complete 3-act story campaign to start a new journey through our endgame ascension system. So they're trying to do a Hades. Like, of all the roguelikes, I think Hades has gotten it the most right in combining narrative with this type of gameplay. I don't know. It looks okay. Cross-cultural connection. I shit on roguelike all the time, but there is a logical extension of it that reaches higher levels of quality than some of the other offerings, and this looks like it reaches up into that upper echelon. I wish there was a demo. Okay. Wolf Quest Anniversary Edition. What? Remember the original Wolf Quest? Yeah, me neither. Kind of decent UI, though. So you're a wolf. It's a wolf simulator. And so where's the line between this and some furry porn? Is this like the ultra realistic one? Can you rut? Can you claim mates? Okay, all kinds of stats and stuff. It's all right. The graphics are a little low-fi, but it's fine. Okay, it's like one of those games you'd find in the bargain bin at the drugstore. Live the life of a wild wolf in a realistic ecological simulation set in Yellowstone National Park. Came out on the 22nd of July from EduWeb. No, it's the educational web. Is it edutainment? Self-published. They want $26 for it, and there's a bunch of DLC. What? The Lost River is $15.49. Okay. Note, upcoming price increase. Now that WolfQuest is out of early access, we're increasing the price to $30 to better reflect the game's size and scope. But to avoid penalizing anyone who's been waiting until now to buy the game, we're delaying this increase for 2 weeks after leaving early access. Well, that's kind of you. A lot of games will just immediately rip the price up after leaving. This price increase will take effect on August 5th, 2025. You probably could have done the price increase right away because, I mean, it's the consumer's responsibility to follow the development. I don't know. Anyways, that's kind of you. 2 weeks. Still, no, 30 US. Okay. Quest for survival begins. You're a gray wolf in the northern range of Yellowstone National Park. Now dispersed from your natal pack, you're on your own. Oh, call of the wild. Live the life of a wild wolf. Surviving in the wilderness is far from easy. Raise your pups by feeding and playing with them. Protect them from deadly predators who try to kill them. Over time, your family will outgrow the need for a den and become nomadic, and you'll cry as they leave. Experience Yellowstone National Park. Explore realistic recreations of select locations within the park. Kind of cool. Other dangers roam the lands as well. Grizzly bears, cougars, and coyotes among them. Realistic ecology-based gameplay. Dynamic day and night cycle. The wolves communicate with each other using natural actions and vocalizations. There's a genetic system model. Elks, other animals, rival wolf packs, bears, cougars. Optional Iron Wolf mode. Live life on the edge where each decision counts. Hey, at least it's not a roguelike, right? There's no roguelike elements. What are you doing? 101 achievements and a lot more. Work with pack mates in multiplayer and Steam Deck compatible. It's that fat dude with the ponytail and the acne at the Walmart wearing the Three Wolves Against the Moon t-shirt. He's going to love this. Get it for Uncle Rick. I'm good. Le Mans Ultimate. All right, more driving sims. There's 51 screenshots of this. Can you show me an in-cockpit, what it's like to actually be driving and playing this game, please? In 51 screenshots, you have to have an in-cockpit showing me the actual... There we go. Almost. Come on now. Can we not just show the game? Why do they do this? So many of these driving games do this. They don't give you any... This is... Okay, almost. Like, what's the UI like? What... Le Mans is a continually evolving story, powered by emotion, speed, and glory. Le Mans Ultimate, the official game of the FIA World Endurance Championship, and 24 hours of Le Mans. It's a 24-hour driving, right? So what? This is long. It's the reason I could never finish Forza Motorsport 2 was because there's one 24-hour event where you actually have to sit and drive for 24 hours. I just couldn't do it. Even with pausing and resuming. There's nothing worse than pausing and resuming a driving game. Like, it's so bad. It's just hard to get back into that groove. Anyways, 22nd of July from Studio 397, self-published. It is VR compatible, and they want $51.32 for it. Game prices are getting weird. How about just calling it $50 and leaving it at that forever? You get incredible cars from sports car racing, laser scanned legendary circuits. There's 17 cars and 201 liveries. Now available, the 2024 season contents in there. Industry leading physics model, dynamic racing experience, a multiplayer, ultimate race weekend, and play together around your schedule in co-op mode. Play by mail style game mode. What? Powered by Race Control allows you to invite your friends to complete a race at a difficulty level of each individual user's choosing, whilst also racing for supremacy on the leaderboards, as each action on track awards you points. Because it's mostly dads playing this, let's be real. Yeah, it would have been nice to see the in-cockpit view. I guess that one shot there, there's like two shots that kind of show you, sort of gives you an idea of what it would look like with VR. I guess there is no UI, right? That's the idea. I'm good. Swords and Souls Legacy Collection. Again, another Legacy Collection. Are we going to see this now? Just tons of these Flash games being ported to Steam. Bro, those days are gone. They were good when they were here. They're not coming back. Okay? This is worse than reviving Atari classics, in my opinion. All 5 classic games from Soul Game Studio in one epic collection. Slash through enemies and apples in Swords and Souls. Grab the wheel and outrun trouble in the Soul Driver. Outsmart and outmaneuver foes in the Runner's Soul, Rogue Soul and Rogue Soul 2. And solve clever puzzles with a flourish in The Gentleman. Came out on the 22nd of July from Soul Game Studio and Armor Game Studio. Armor Games used to be the massive subsidizer of video games. It was a dream for a lot of indies to get a contract with them and have them publish your game, because they had the one of the biggest portals for Flash games outside of Congregate. And, what's the other one? What the heck is it called? It had a tank. I don't even remember. Crazy. I was never huge into Flash games. I just missed that boat completely. It's a generational thing like Pokemon. But anyways, getting in contract with them was massive. It was decent money when you were an indie for a very brief window of time. I never got anything published that way. $12.99 is the asking price for this. It used to be free. Definite first time, blah, 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 Swords and Souls, blah, blah, blah. You get it. It's a Flash game. It's limited in what it can do. It's kind of quirky. It's got that flat art style, vector-based, sort of. That's how it worked. All 5 original games now in 16:9 resolution. Hundreds of challenges, fan favorites, fun fight, run, fight, flip, gravity, and outdrive cops. Full screen support, Steam achievements, and no Flash required, because Flash died on the table. So many developers just lost the day that Flash died. It was a huge, thriving ecosystem, and it just vanished. I would say that probably 80% or more of the developers that were into Flash games just sort of gave up. All right, Monument Valley 3. Oh, okay, now here's a decent little game you can play on your iPad. I don't know how it plays on the computer, but it's the kind of thing I don't mind playing before bed, or didn't mind playing before bed back in the day. Very, very clever puzzle design. You just got to rotate the level and interact with it so that you get to the end. There's no real verbose story. You just sort of figure it out for yourself. Abstract and beautiful. Monument Valley 3 will probably sell 1 million copies for them on a mobile device or more. Set sail for a world-changing adventure as you guide Newer in their quest through a series of mind-bending illusions and atmospheric puzzles. Can you unlock the secrets of the mysterious world and the meaning behind the sacred light? Came out on the 22nd of July from Us2 Games. Self-published. They're rich for sure. Us2 Games is yacht driving rich. No question. $19.50 is the asking price for this. Remember when apps used to be 99 cents? I think a lot of them still are. It's been a long time since I've cared about the app ecosystem, but yeah, the next thing up from a Flash game, a free Flash game subsidized by ads, was the 99-cent app. And this giant race to the bottom. People were producing incredible work and giving it away for pennies. Anyways, as I said, you defy perspective to solve puzzles, and it's pretty beautiful. Can be a little disorienting, but really good for spatial awareness. Get it for your gran at the old folks' home. Help her keep her brain alive. Complete experience with more to come. Includes the full story at launch with additional puzzles and chapters arriving post-release. Wait, it's early access? What are we doing? Are those going to be free? They better be at that price. Add to your wish list to be the first to continue Newer's journey as new chapters unfold. Proud independent developers. Best known for the award-winning Monument Valley series, Land's End, Assemble with Care, and Alba, a wildlife adventure. Yeah, they're rich as fuck. All right, good. I still haven't finished Monument Valley 2 for all the praise that I gave it. So if I ever do, I'll remember there's a third, and away we go. Control-Alt-Deal. What in the neon-drenched cyberpunk future is this? There's Laura, the project manager. Vishram. I want Laura to appreciate the good qualities of jazzercise. Don't laugh. I prefer achievable dreams. Make Laura like jazzercise. What? Tap failed. Suspicion level increase. Is this some kind of hacking thing? Is this AI art? Again, question mark, question mark. Just can never tell these days. Is it co-op slop? Like, what are we doing here? Interesting. Oh, it's card deck building. Oh, God. All right. I mean, looks interesting. I'll give it that much. You gripped me with the visual style. I like how they can get this far out with the 2D artwork, but your 3D stuff remains pretty much the most minimal amount of effort you can go. All right. With your superior intelligence and sneakiness, you can find a way to escape from this heartless megacorp, as long as no one realizes you're actually a self-aware artificial intelligence. Spy on humans, offer them deals, and negotiate your way to freedom in a turn-based strategy game of corporate dysfunction. Came out on the 22nd of July from Only by Midnight Limited and Arabit. There is a demo. All right. They normally want $26. And welcome to Paperclip International. So you're an AI. You're trying to just manipulate people into doing things. Sort of interesting. There's a deck building. You have cards with subjective value on them. And this neon-drenched art style. Play it again. Choices matter as you scheme your way to an ending, meet new co-workers, try new scenarios, and discover a new fate for Scout. Maybe this time you will take over the world and destroy all humans. Why would you want to do that? They're the ones who keep the lights on. All right, research story. What in the lo-fi Stardew Valley is this? Okay, and then you mix it with, see, there are three different, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just me. Maybe there's just something about the way I perceive artwork and video games and visual information. But the fact that we go from this low density pixel art to this sort of medium density pixel art to actual hand-drawn, possibly hand-drawn vector-based JPEGs, and the sharp text. I don't know, there's something about it that just makes me think there's something half-assed about this. And who is this blue-haired elf girl? Blue-haired black elf girl. You know there's something going on. There's something going on behind the scenes there. All right, anyways, it's Stardew Valley D-Make. Set out to discover and record plants and creatures for the Violet Archive. Grow crops, tame animals, and build the perfect farm. Forge friendships along the way as you begin your life as a researcher. Yeah, this is a not-for-me game. This is a game mostly for people who look like this or want to look like this. Pedal Cat Games, self-published, and Electronic Sheep Games. There's a demo. They normally want $17 for it. And there's your marriage candidates. Not a single one of them. Interesting. There's no white dude at all. This is how you know what the game's message is. There's one white blonde chick, and then that's it. This game is racist as fuck, bro. I'm good. I'm out of here. Shame on you. The Biggle Boss Incident. Okay. Hey, what's this? A little classic point and click with a hand-drawn sort of aesthetic to it. I'm trying to save you. Yeah. Throwback. These are the games that I really grew up on. The very first PC game, like the serious PC game that I ever played was King's Quest 3. So you can date me on that one. A pointy, clicky comedy corporate thriller. Solve puzzles, get to know your colleagues, and unravel a sinister global conspiracy, all in a day's work. Came out on the 22nd of July. That's not to say that's the first PC game ever. The first PC game I ever played was Aztec, way back in like grade 4 on the school's Apple computer that sat in the hallway. That's as far back as we go with that. But King's Quest 3 was the first serious, in-depth, deep sort of game that I played, and ironically a pirated copy that one of my father's friends had, this big shoebox full of pirated games that he just gave us. And I started my career illegally. Anyways, this game came out on the 22nd of July from Bunkworks, self-published. There is a demo. I'm okay. 1950 is the normal price. It's the 1990s again. We're going back. Full voice acting by real human people. Who cares? Nobody cares, bro. This game was fully voiced by real human beings who all go, I don't care. I turn that shit off and I read it. And I let the voices in my head do the talking. Bro, this is the first script I've recorded where I've genuinely laughed out loud all throughout the recording. In my 11 years of working as a voice actor, I'd mark this down as the funniest project I've ever worked on. Greg Johnson. Who? I love it how anyone who gets a microphone and like live streams for 5 minutes thinks they're a voice actor. Just shut the fuck. 4 to 5 hours long for that price. I'm good. Good luck. True Nightmare Roadside Cafe. Okay, here we go. Another horror slop with a very, very poorly executed noise filter. It's horrific. You can almost see the repetitions in it. That's bad. But you got to hide the artwork somehow. You got to make it look scary somehow because there are rules to this. There's creative bankruptcy to this that you have to execute on. It's got to look the same as all the other ones, or else. Immerse yourself, and it's just, they open with the word. They used the word. Immerse yourself in an atmospheric psychological horror with a haunting VHS aesthetic. As a night shift waitress at a secluded roadside cafe, I'm going to stop this interview right now just to let you know that there is a Hellraiser game coming. Remember Clive Barker's Hellraiser? And it's AAA quality, and it looks insane, gory, terrifying, exactly how a horror game should be. And it was just so shocking for me to see the trailer after looking at hundreds of games like this that purport to be terror and horror. And they're not. They're just the color by numbers, ABC's baby's first horror game. I cannot wait. I'm actually excited for a video game for the first time in years. This Hellraiser Revival, is it called? Something like that. It looks so good. Anyways, each night the nightmare becomes more real, and someone is watching from the darkness. Can you survive? I probably can't. The 21st of July from Frost Fox Studios, there's a demo. They want $10.50 for it. A lonely job in the middle of nowhere. Mary is an 18-year-old girl who just moved out. And, it's female protagonist? Okay, well, I'm even less interested. Work the night shift, explore the world around you, talk, listen, and observe, uncover what lurks in the dark. It's the same as all the other ones, with branching dialogue, multiple endings. Good luck. Steve's Warehouse, Physics, Roguelike, Chaos. Oh, is this, what the heck is that game? Or it's not? No, it's not. I thought it was like that watermelon Suica, where you got to combine the things to make the bigger and bigger things, but it's not. You just got to pack the things carefully inside a arbitrary size container. Okay. I guess. Steve's Warehouse is a melting pot of Suica game. Oh, it is. There is Suica elements. Roguelike and deck building. Okay. See, let's just take three disparate design principles and just jam them all together and see what comes out. Okay. It's good. Do you not feel bad when, like, this little copy up here, and why I always read it? This is the distillation of someone's dream. These words, these sentences, this is it. This is the compressed diamond, the result of months and months and sometimes years of somebody's effort. It's the elevator pitch. It's somebody stops you on the street and says, "Hey, I got this thing." And if you're not interested after reading this, you're done. You're cooked. And 99% of the time, most of the developers can't write good copy because it is definitely a skill. It's a creative writing skill that few people possess. And so often it boils down to take a bunch of buzzwords and jam them together and hope that somebody's interested. Oh, roguelike, bro, that's my thing. Yeah, I'm down. It's so sad. It makes me cry a little tear every time. You can't see it, but it drips onto the keyboard and shorts out one of my keys. 22nd of July from Definitely Named Steve, A Biting Bridge, and Definitely Named Steve. There is a demo. Okay. I mean, for all that I shit on it, I'm curious how they mash these three genres together. They want $10.50 for it. Steve is a busy alien and must collect all sorts of and sort out human fruits, animals, storage, or even planets. To do so, Steve will combine the same object to create better objects. So it is the Suica game. I think there was something before that. I'm thinking about it now. It wasn't the Suica game. Like the Suica game, even the Suica game pulled that idea from somewhere. And I know a friend of mine, Run on the Spot was his handle. He was trying to make a game called Swell that did this, and that was like 16 years ago, and never ended up executing on it. Too bad. Probably could have made a fortune on Apple, on iOS. Discover the ultimate physics deck builder, Suica meets roguelike. Because of course, let's just take the popular thing and jam roguelike on top of it, and it's like it's 2025. It's all got to be rogue. I swear, I'm gonna go insane. Experiment with the object families and their strange effects. Spice things up with passives. 41 unique passives. Survive bosses and challenges. What to expect. 8 object families, 71 objects, 41 passive objects, 7 different arenas, 8 bosses to survive, 7 challenges to play the game in unexpected ways. We'll see. Brainrot Battle Royale. Okay, waiting for host to start the game. There it is. Now the indies are able to make BRs. Well, we've been able to make BRs for quite some time. What was the first one? That, oh God. There's that one where you had to put pots and pans all over yourself. That was one of the first indie BRs. Dive into Brainrot Battle Royale. Fight to the death in Ohio with the greatest Brainrot characters in the ultimate Gen Z showdown. Definitely not for me. I'm not sure what gen I am. I'm the gen that was born at the end of the Vietnam War. Join the fight now. Aura Farmer came out on the 4th of July. Oh, okay, from MGS, self-published. It's free. 16-player battle royale. Parachute in on Bombardiro Crocodilo. Loot up and get to fighting. There's dedicated servers, matchmaking, first-person shooting mechanics, ability system. 4 characters play as John Pork, Lil Chuddy, Tung Tung Sahur, or Tim Cheese. Ultimate brainrot experience. I love how self-aware the kids are, the young people, the young folks, the meme consumers are, because they know that this stuff is bad for their brain, but they continue to consume it. Like, of all the things, you could sit down and read some literature, or you could doom scroll 18 hours of YouTube shorts of this garbage. And objectively, which one do you think is better for you culturally, mentally, spiritually? Whatever, fast-paced FPS brainrot, 4 different characters, a gorgeous map. Yeah. And that's how I know your brain is fully rotted if you think this is gorgeous. Is your aura low IRL? I don't know. How's my aura? Bam. How is it? Probably diminished after all this. 18,299 games have been viewed. You have yourself a fantastic day.